For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic. Before the Dark Tower, before the Empire.
If you remain the power of the dark side,
you may fire when ready.
I'll show you the dark side. We would be honored if you would join us.
Don't worry, R2. We're going.
Back it up, Buzzsaw. But what you have there.
I am a Jedi, like my father.
Force will be with you always.
Welcome back to Blah Wars. How you doing, Jude?
Yeah, good man.
Are you excited, man? Because
I'm
literally next week.
I'll tell you what, excited for two reasons. One, we've done the prequel commentaries, the bad prequel commentaries. Mm-hmm. And next week
it's Last Jedi. And because next week is the Last Jedi, this week we thought we'd jump forward by one commentary and we're going to skip over Revenge of the Sith, which will come at some point, but because next week's Last Jedi, we thought we'd get The Force Awakens watched. Me and Jude have never seen The Force Awakens together before, so, no, we've always seen it, obviously, but we've never watched it in the same room at the same time. So, and it also prep us up for next week, obviously. Next week we've got a huge episode coming out on the day the film is released. We'll be on the 14th for us because we're in the UK, and like I say, 15 minutes of that will be about.
You love that.
15 minutes of it will be
initial
spoiler-free reaction.
Yeah,
we'll be on our best behaviour not to reveal anything about the film apart from whether we liked it, whether we hated it, that kind of stuff. And then the rest of that episode will be the spoilers and everything. We'll be talking about it in detail. Let's get on with it. We're going to watch The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Sequel trilogy.
Yeah, I'm watching this on, it's on Sky, so I've just got to sort of like fast forward my coffee, get it all synced up. Oh dear, I've got adverts and cut all this.
Brilliant.
Okay, Lucasfilm, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Here we go. Oh, man.
That sounds weird.
Why? High pitch?
It's a higher pitch.
Yeah, I think it is actually. I think they did ever so slightly improve it or change it. They are subtly different every time. It's not like the same.
Force Awakens.
Score. Yeah, it's always
so Luke Skywalker has vanished. Full stop.
Oh, do you remember being in the cinema reading that and like, because the big speculation about the new Star Wars film was, what is the text going to be? What are they going to say in the opening crawl? It's been
the Last
30
Jedi
years
there,
or something. No,
it is the Last Jedi.
Yeah, it acts as if there really hasn't been any time between the two films.
No.
The way it sort of just says, oh, the Empire has... This new order has risen out of the ashes of the Empire.
How did you feel getting into the cinema? You're sitting in you're nestled in your seat. This has happened. I bet when that happened, you had goosebumps. When that Star Wars logo flashed up and the crawling check.
Yeah, of course. I think... Well, I was looking at it, I was sitting in an IMAX cinema and I was on quite far on the facing the screen on the left-hand side. Excuse me. And so the text wasn't actually going up like normal, it was sort of going off to the side, and that was quite distracting.
Yeah, right.
And then this bit here was really cool.
Where are we sitting next week? Where are we sitting next week?
We're bang in the centre, mate.
Perfect, that's all I wanted to know.
Centre, front and centre. It's going to be perfect.
So I remember sitting there just...
I love this because it's like a little crucifix on the end of the...
Right.
That kind of thing, on the end of the Star Destroyer, and I thought...
This is a new kind of shot. We've never seen the sort of silhouette of the...
No, that isn't
any sort of ship before taking over.
Really.
It just blacks out the entire sky.
Yeah.
The last commentary we did was Attack of the Clones.
What do you think of the shaky camera stuff here?
I like it.
I think I was very, very concerned when I saw that. Just thinking, oh God,
mate, we've come back off the back of Attack of the Clones commentary, mate. That's so colourful and just childish. Where this just feels better. More adult. It's a BB-8, first shot of BB-8. I was surprised that this was the first scene, I must admit.
No, not at all. I mean, they always begin in space, right? So you've got to start. It's a bit like Empire, the way it starts with the pods coming down. Now it's starting with these drop pods. Lor San Tekka.
What do you think his character's about? Where's he? Do you think he's kind of like those sort of Defender of the Wills on Jakku and Sort of a.
Yeah, I mean that would sort of
can't
figure.
use the Force, but
he's obviously some sort of old mystical man, and he has some sort of affection for the rebellion and their cause.
Yeah,
he obviously knows Luke Skywalker. Why he's got the map, though, I don't know.
Do you think they'll answer that? They probably won't answer it.
Don't think so.
No.
They're not going to start answering every question that was opened in this film.
I started reading Aftermath, and it was just so boring. I couldn't.
Yeah, that was what everyone was saying. He's a real star of this movie. Well, for some of it, first half anyway. Seeing him run into his X-wing was really exciting.
Seeing an X-wing for the first time in what?
God,
30 years.
Yeah, and it's a bit of everything looks slightly brought up to date.
Well, you have to. You have to.
Some of the little up-to-date stuff does annoy me. I don't like the new design of the Star Destroyers, for example. I think they look stupid. But it looks more grungy. Everything looks more grungy in the First Order. The new X-Wings are fine. It's just one big jet rather than two. Really don't mind those.
About the Stormtrooper.
That's not even his custom one. It's just a special one. The Stormtrooper uniform.
iPod-ish.
Yes, very iPod-ish. It looks like you haven't seen them, but in the remade Star Trek films, there are like medical surgeons or whatever. They wear very similar outfits to the snowtroopers do in this.
Right.
It looks very similar, almost like it was designed by exactly the same people, same director as well. So potentially,
yeah,
it's not too bad. It's just why their guns white and black to match their outfits.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not? So these guys have just come down and they just torched this place, like poor little village.
I'm not sure why they have to.
Well, I think they're trying to echo the Nazis in this film. Like these aren't the Romans anymore. They're not.
Oh no,
they're not the soldiers of an empire.
It's like the remaining factions of Nazis have gone away and set up something else, like they did in Argentina, I suppose.
So that's Finn. I remember sitting there thinking in the cinema.
Yeah,
this is weird.
Blood.
We're suddenly
Star Wars. I guess you've seen Blood before, but
we're suddenly sitting there looking at a story of a stormtrooper.
Yeah,
and it became quite weird for me. And I think I spent the first 15 minutes of this film nervous.
What? Because you didn't know what was going to happen?
I put so much hope into it.
Had you heard Kylo Ren's voice before you went to see the film?
No.
I'd heard like a talking action figure.
What did you think?
Couldn't really understand what he was saying. But then again, there's characters in this you can't really understand what the Stormtroopers say, and in Rogue One you can't understand what the Death Troopers say.
Yeah.
Garbled.
I gotta admit, he was cool, Kylo Ren.
Oh, yeah.
There was a mystery about him, and then when he took his mask off, he reminded me of Anakin Skywalker a little bit. Those sort of sulky bits. And
yeah, I know what you're saying.
And we've never seen anyone hold a blaster bullet in the Force before.
No, he demonstrates stuff you've never seen in Star Wars before. Mind reading in that intense way.
Yeah.
And also, because Vader reads Luke's mind in Return of the Jedi. He's very cocky, that old man.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that Max von Sydow was going to be in this film and thinking, oh great, he's going to be playing
Obi-Wan Kenobi's
some kind of Obi-Wan Kenobi-esque character, and he gets killed off in the first fucking 2 minutes. But that was great. I remember big gasp in the cinema when that happened.
Yeah.
The way that Poe looks at it when he goes past, and it's still there all the way through the scene.
It was very deliberately put in the film. It wasn't like I imagine George Lucas would have just done that in post and said, "Do you know what? Keep the blast bolt there."
Oh, totally. Yeah, they would have pre-played.
I like that little bit of banter.
I'm not sure about the banter there. There's a couple of bits of humour in this film that I don't think work at all.
I thought that was kind of Han Solo-esque. I imagine Solo.
Yeah,
maybe.
All right. I guess I don't want every pilot to be like Han Solo, though. I want them all to be unique.
Pointless.
Yeah.
Totally pointless.
Everyone's like, oh, here comes Captain Phasma. No, she's doing nothing. All she does is give orders.
She better do something in the next film.
Well, we've seen trailers. We've seen... Right, so only person to have any kind of conscious decision about what they're doing is Finn. Why? Because his mate got shot.
Well,
I like the way he looks at him, catches him out. What the fuck are you looking at? Get back to work!
He says I was born to do one thing in this.
Yeah.
So, are they born into the First Order?
He was raised.
Raised to do one thing, right, got you.
Yeah.
BB-8 goes off. What an amazing piece of design technology.
The effort they went to. When I found out that was real... I mean, not every single shot of BB-8 moving around is actually real. It's done with puppets and also a bit of CGI. All kinds of things. Yeah. That's cute. The way that's a lovely touch to the original films. The way that alien pops out the sand and looks around there. It's not done in a goofy, childish way. It's done in a very sweet, subtle way that you would have heard in like Return of the Jedi, for example. But yeah, when I realised that they actually they actually figured out how to make it real, BB-8. It made me just sigh with relief. I thought, that's the amount of detail they've gone to in this new series of films.
Yeah, they're actually giving...
That's groundbreaking. They're making the impossible possible. Problem solving. They're not going, let's just do it with CGI. They're doing it because they want to fucking do it. Imagine where they're going to take us. And now we've got these remote control toys of him.
So we got Phasma suddenly turning up.
Yeah.
So...
appeared without any
So she was... Have you read the backstory on her?
No.
So in the book, she...
what book?
The Phasma book.
Oh, the Phasma book. No.
She basically got brought up on a planet where they were just ruthless. And then the First Order takes over, and she just... They kill all of her family, and she's like, well, the First Order's going to win, so I'm going to join them. That's how ruthless she is. She's so selfish. She doesn't care if her family dies. She
just wants to be on the side that's winning.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got no allegiance to the First Order. She just wants to make sure that she survives.
Right.
But she's taken it upon herself to memorise every single one of her stormtroopers in her unit by number and rank. So she's a bit of a psycho.
Right, okay.
I loved this scene where Rey was in that Star Destroyer.
I like that Rey's goggles are made from an old Imperial helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Or mask.
Never noticed that before.
You know, it's either like an AT-AT driver or a stormtrooper mask, or maybe
a
TIE fighter pilot. We were watching...
how was that in the cinema? At the IMAX? I bet
lovely, sweeping, you know. Really magical, yeah.
That
the landscapes in this are breathtaking. They are really beautiful, but... Look at this compared to what we've just been watching. We previously released, we were recording this right after watching Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones, there's lots of sand, but everyone's clean. Their hair's pristine. Their clothes are clean. Look at, she's sweaty, she's dirty, she's got grit all over her face. There's smoke, there's dust.
She's real.
Of course it's fucking real. This is how it should have been. That's why no one takes those fucking prequels seriously, and if they do,
crashed
they need to really watch them again with grown-up eyes.
I remember seeing that shot in the trailer.
Yeah.
And just being so excited.
That's cool. Look, a little puppet of a bird there. Simple, animatronic. And this place she's at now, the buildings here are all sort of taken from Macquarie concept drawings. They really dived back into the archive. They dug out all this stuff. They did their research. Maybe that's why it feels so integral. Do you know the story about him?
No.
The guy with the big yellow hand, the yellow arms.
Go on.
He upset Onkar Plutt, so Onkar Plutt ripped his arms off.
Brilliant.
And that's why he's got robotic hands.
You're still knocking about with him.
Yeah. Still doing jobs for him.
These people just, basically, they can't get off the planet. They're just stuck there.
They're basically slaves to these traders.
That's Simon Pegg underneath that.
Yeah. Yeah, so they do work in exchange for food. Wonder where they get their water from. Maybe they use...
Beautiful shot, that. The sunset.
Yeah, that's really good.
Very reminiscent of...
And look, you know what they did? They put people in there as well. Little characters walking around.
I love these shots of Rey's quarters because it feels like she's been there a long time.
Yeah,
you can see that. And then you just see this food. You don't really ever get this sort of concentration.
So this was actually real. This is a practical effect. It's not CGI.
What, the speed of that?
Yeah, that's all real. Everything you're watching there is real. No CGI at all.
Incredible.
That's an inflatable bun that he made. And they drain the water out at the same time. And
so she's in an AT-AT walker?
Yeah, she's in a converted AT-AT walker. Which was leaked, wasn't it? I remember there was a famous... picture of one of them with a leg with a blanket over it or something, a big sheet over it, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's AT-AT Walker! It's gonna be AT-AT Walker's new film." It's like,
well, I like that. I like that she's sitting underneath the foot of an AT-AT Walker with the
helmet on, like Luke getting squashed.
Yeah, it's those little sort of
nice.
knockbacks.
I never spotted that before, but yeah, nice callback.
I must admit, this
she's got a great hairstyle. I love her three.
Yeah,
her three little.
She's a bit over the top here for me when she's talking to.
Oh, she does.
When she's talking to BB-8.
Oh,
she's a bit over the top. Like, no.
Look at this practical creature.
She's. I'm going to say this. I think she's my favourite character.
What, in the Star Wars universe?
No, in the sequels.
Okay.
That's just Tito. That bit's annoying.
Well, we don't know. This could be the early stuff. It could be some of the first scenes shot. So it could be she's warming up to it. I thought she was all right, to be honest.
I mean,
it's just
when
she's sort of like running around with her mouth open and her eyes bulging out, which she does for pretty much all the film. That does get a little bit annoying.
Playing Battlefront 2 though, mate.
Yep.
Is I played the characters.
Yep.
I love playing
as
her.
Rey.
As
yeah,
Rey.
I do too. It's good to see her with a lightsaber and not that bloody stick as well.
But you're right, she did feel more powerful in Battlefront 2. I don't know whether that's deliberate. Must got to be deliberate.
I think it is.
She was more powerful than Yoda.
Yeah, well...
by a mile.
Yeah, definitely. Stronger than that, yeah, I thought. We'll find out next week, mate. We'll find out just how powerful she is. We've seen a lot of impressive stuff. But we'll... it's nice watching this with you, actually. I've been looking forward to watching this one particularly. I'm really... I do feel quite annoyed that we've had to jump over Revenge of the Sith, just because of the order. But...
you'll get that next year.
You know, we had to see this before seeing The Last Jedi. We couldn't let go in without it. So they love interrogation in the First Order. What do you think of the design of the interiors of the Star Destroyers in this, then? Because they're quite similar to what you've seen before, but they're a lot more dark.
It's very Return of the Jedi. At the frame room,
but
on Starkiller base later on, that's more familiar. You got the sort of the light strip things running up and down the walls.
Yeah, Death Star type stuff.
Yeah. So this is the sort of torture you're talking about.
Yeah, so he's able to torture people with the dark side of the Force and also reach into people's minds. And in Battlefront 2. You can see what that looks like, and he literally sees, imagines himself in a period of time. Yeah. What do you think of Hux? We're not fans, are we?
Too young, too straight, he's too young to be in that much position of power. It doesn't make sense. What he should have been would have been a really old Empire officer.
Right, yeah, I think it would have been nice to have that.
Or someone that's
character from Return of the Jedi
refuses to wear a First Order uniform, and he, in defiance, he still wears the Empire's uniform or something. That sort of thing.
Yeah. This is a nice little scene because
the trouble with that,
you know how much that means to her, but yet the responsibility that she's been given with this droid, she puts it first. You know what I mean? It's a nice way of.
She's not selfish.
No, she's definitely not selfish. She's got a really kind heart. And he's like, get the droid anyway. Why give her the fucking portions then?
But
you may as well just mugged her in the first place. Why does he shut his window? Because he's still got a big queue of people.
The thing that annoys me about that, though, is if she did take the food, she would have had no life purpose. Mm-hmm. She would have just sat in a AT-AT walker,
waiting for her mummy and daddy.
Just getting fat, basically.
He's really sweaty.
It must be hot under there. Because it's the right thing to do. The only thing that annoys me about this film...
Do you think he'd trust him? I'd be like a bit suspicious if I was Poe.
He's got no other choice.
I guess so.
There's no choice at all.
They had a good... they have a good on-screen chemistry, those two.
Yeah.
Especially in the TIE fighter scenes. It did feel really fun. I remember being in the cinema thinking, wow, we're actually doing this. We're actually escaping from a Star Destroyer. And then I remembered I'm not in the film. I remember for a moment. I completely believed I was there.
But it's also... It's the first time I've ever been on the side of a TIE fighter. Going, come on, TIE fighter, escape.
Yeah.
And that was a weird experience.
I never knew. I mean, I always assumed a TIE fighter was a one-man vehicle, and I assumed the First Order ones were... That kid's quite famous, isn't he? He's in lots of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's the first time you see it inside a TIE fighter, and it's great. I think the old ones definitely were one-person vehicles.
I think the only thing that
the damage they cause
doesn't get answered in this is how Poe gets back to the Resistance base.
No, it's not answered. You're right.
And why are they called the Resistance? What are they just resisting the First Order?
Resisting what? Yeah, they're the Republic Army, is what they are.
Yeah,
they're the Republic Army, and yet they somehow.
But the problem is they can't say they're the Republic Army because suddenly they become the new Empire with a new name.
Yeah, I guess.
And these guys are just smart rebels with uniforms. So from a storytelling perspective,
the actual kind of politics of it, I still don't completely grasp. I think it's a bit annoying the way they call it the Resistance or whatever. But I don't really understand how the First Order where they've come from, and
at the end of
and how they've been funded, and how they've got a planet the size of a fucking. They built like a thing that's way bigger than the Death Star ever was. It's a bloody planet.
I read somewhere that Snoke was calling to Palpatine from the furthest out reaches of space at the end of Return of Jedi, and at the end of Return of Jedi, his plan was.
Read this?
I think it's in one of the books, Aftermath books or something.
Right.
I might be completely wrong, but that was what Palpatine was planning to do, go and see what this voice was about.
Domhnall Gleeson's a great actor. I mean, like, when you see him in...
a great actor,
The Revenant.
He's playing this wrong.
He's in that. But yeah, in this role, fucking hell, he's
he's not playing it wrong, he's just too young.
He's just playing this really sort of swatty kind of prefect boy. And
I love how the camera was just going all the way around them there. It's like 360 camera angle.
Yeah, nice.
Using the round cockpit for...
Yeah.
I love how Poe was surprised that the TIE fighter is fast.
He seems genuinely excited to be riding in one.
Yeah.
It was annoying that they get shot down here and they end up split up somehow.
Yeah.
Because one of them gets ejected. And
do you think everyone knows who Luke Skywalker is?
I think he's sort of a...
legend.
Yeah, a legend. Like a kind of thing about campfire stories, that kind of thing.
You see little Finn there, little baby Finn on the hologram when he was a kid.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Projected to crash in the goes-on Badlands.
They were going back for the droid. Send a squad to the wreckage.
Look how blue it is in there. Like, you know, in the old trilogy, the bridge of a Star Destroyer was comfortably lit.
Yeah.
It wasn't all blue. You wouldn't. It looks like the sort of place where you spend all day working there. You're gonna have a fucking headache by the end. Do you know what I mean?
They've got Jawa paracetamols.
Yeah, it's not really
That's
a nice
lot.
place to
Look how
work.
far he ejected. That's miles away.
Yeah. Poe ain't there, mate. His coat is though. some reason.
That was weird, isn't it?
Yeah, what exactly happens here? Is there like a worm underground?
Oh, he took the coat off before he got in. Before he strapped himself in. We saw him do it.
What happened there then?
Well, this is just no. That's sort of sinking sand.
Right. Okay. And then it goes boom. Why? Well, 'cause it exploded.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
What would Poe do? Just go and catch a lift somewhere?
Walk for miles and hope. It's like Lawrence of Arabia. Don't like Lawrence of Arabia. Good, the bad, the ugly. When Clint Eastwood's stranded in the desert, isn't he? And he has to walk for miles, hoping to fall across.
I'll tell you what else isn't in this. It's when. Oh, it was when he jumps up straight away. That was in the first ever trailer. Yeah, he's stripped all of his uniform off now. And he's just got that underlayer. So I guess that's what all stormtroopers wear underneath. It's just this sort of black tracksuit thing.
Yeah. He hasn't got white boots though, has he?
I was going to say.
He's got black shoes on. He should have white boots on. That doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't have any reference photos of a First Order Stormtrooper around me, so I can't double check that.
My men are exceptionally trained, programmed from birth.
Consider using a clone army. No, thank you.
Careful, Red. That your personal interests not interfere with.
Well, that's a deliberate nod back to the prequels.
For your sake, I suggest you get it.
I think Kylo Ren looks cool with his hood up.
I do too,
It
but
looks rubbish when he takes it.
he doesn't seem to wear his mask off around just anybody. There's only certain people he will take the mask off in front of. I wonder how he gets his fucking helmet back after the end of this film. We'll see.
He must have a lot of helmets.
But they all look identical. They all got like dents in the same place and stuff. It just seems a bit daft.
I love how that's not CGI, that thing.
Yeah, as well. But if this was a George Lucas film, we know what would be happening.
Go on.
That thing would be farting, doing a big shit as well. He treads he treads in the shit, and then he's like goes, oh, and falls in the pool. This is cool.
She can look after herself, can't she? I remember seeing
You know
that.
what I mean? Look, big ass crack there, but no shit coming out of it or farts.
That's all you need. I remember just seeing that pig hog thing before the film, being uber excited about it. Next level excitement.
I was very relieved when I saw set photos from this and saw how organic everything looked.
They really did listen to the fans.
Well, did they listen to the fans or they just do it correctly?
They listened to the moaning.
Yeah, because everybody involved in this probably had a big objection to the way the prequels were handled, I expect. But, you know, when Disney... I knew it would be in safe hands when Disney said they were buying it.
Yeah.
I just thought... Everyone's complaining. I said, like, what the fuck is everyone complaining about Disney?
Well, people were worried that it was going to be like a...
It's not going to turn into like an anti-Semitic thing. It's going to be... You know, it's actually... It's not going to be like a princesses and... Well, Star Wars already is princesses and things.
Yeah.
But what is the problem with Disney doing it? I know they're very commercial. Yeah, sure, they're not an indie film company, but what do you expect from a Star Wars studio? And in all fairness, they've made some amazing decisions. They've really excited my love for Star Wars again.
Well, what you got, mate, is you got fans making the film now.
Yeah, that's a weird thing, isn't it? Everybody, like, people
Ryan
working
Johnson,
on this are all
J.J.
saying
Abrams.
stuff like, I was a kid and I had had the Millennium Falcon as a toy and whatever. We can't say that now.
No. He's like, I think he fancies her. Don't you?
Yeah, I definitely think there's an attraction because he asked if she has a boyfriend at some point as well.
Have you seen the TV spot yet where he wakes up?
Yeah, just Ray. Yeah.
Ray. Right,
Oh wow.
here we go then. So stormtroopers are landed. They look out of place.
Yeah,
here,
white
don't
shoes, mate. White shoes. So
they? Maybe it's like a shield.
he's
Shield
got
plate.
reversible shoes.
Feet, yeah.
Turn them inside out.
Man, they're still rubbish shots.
Good
aren't they?
humour there, where he's holding her hand and she's saying, "Get off my hand! You have to hold my hand," and all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Nice.
What's he got across his chest? That stormtrooper.
I don't
It's
know.
like a pack.
Loads of. He's like a heavy artillery trooper, so he's
What I
got.
like is that they pack these films with so much like random detail, and
Yeah.
then they'll get like
got all
a
these little ball things, orb things, all
visual
dangling
dictionary.
around.
Well, they get a visual dictionary, and then
Yeah.
the guy will just write lore into it all.
Yeah. It's fabulous. So much detail.
I love it, man. The TIE fighters. He first hit. This bit is weird though, that the Falcon's just there. Don't you think?
Yeah. I suppose so.
He takes her
I did
hand.
wonder how they were going to get the Falcon back into this film and how they were going to reintroduce Han and Chewie. And
What is that? She calls it a stump dreed.
it's a bit of a shame that they've been separated from it, and they had to be. It's like why when they get back on it
Yeah.
again, they're like, "Oh, we're home." And
They're real explosions as well.
I
man.
did see that coming though when she goes, "That one's garbage." I sort of knew it's going to be the Falcon, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, but the music's great. It's our first real look at the camera, a character.
Yeah.
But again,
Remember that in
no
the
locks in
trailer?
space, mate.
And everyone was like, "What the fuck is a ball droid?"
I love how it's all on.
Actually, yeah, she knows this ship already.
This ship hasn't flown in years.
She must have like investigated it or
Yeah.
crimed aboard it before, or
I love how old the
Snooped
guns
around.
feel.
yeah.
I can do this.
No locks in space, mate. Stealing someone's ship.
There was a lock on the TIE fighter that they escaped
Oh
in.
yeah. Well, that wasn't a lock. That was like a refueling pump or something. There you go. Fucking destroy everything. Great. This is a bit annoying. That bit. That's mine.
It was like a concentration camp, that thing, wasn't it? I love the original.
The thing is, no one leaves because no one's got any. If you don't go out and look for stuff, you'll starve and die.
Man, that shot when it goes full 360, that was so good.
Well, in the cinema, you might notice this when we go and see The Last Jedi, but you'll notice this picture right now is like letterbox, but in the cinema, it will change from letterbox to full, like square image almost, and that's the IMAX stuff. And it will happen like in the blink of an eye. You won't really notice it's changed.
I love that.
Yeah.
Tracking, computer tracking,
Well,
old school.
It's nothing new there, is it? I mean, they've literally just taken it straight out of A New Hope.
But they've made it.
This film is very much drowning in its own nostalgia and its own, like,
I'm not complaining.
self-referencing.
I think you need it after.
You do need it after
prequels.
30 years waiting after the prequels, but I really hope they tone that down a lot in the new one.
Yeah.
Because we don't need all that shit again, really. We've
Oh,
we've all seen it.
I could
before.
watch the Millennium Falcon fly and shoot all day long.
Good, because I've got Battlefront 2, and we should.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know they're going to be doing it.
Oh, they will
in
be, yeah.
The Last Jedi.
Gotta be. the Millennium Falcon is as much a character in Star Wars as any character in Star Wars.
Yeah.
She's flying this thing exceptionally well, given she's never flown it before. And it's quite an odd shape as well.
Well, I think this is
That's great. The way that TIE Fighter comes apart and there's all people ready to pick up all the bits.
It's a lucky day.
You see the reflection out the window.
I don't know why they didn't turn
around,
run up to the top one. There's a gun up the top of the ceiling.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Maybe he just doesn't know.
Right, you were saying about the thing drifting, the X-Wing drifting the train. Well, there's a drift there, right?
Yeah, she just did it, yeah.
So they just did it there. Right, so inside a Star Destroyer. This is really cool. Going in the exhaust of a Star Destroyer. Apparently, from what I've seen, the large Star Destroyers that are in the First Order, they have like big kind of hollow sections which can be flown through and things like that. There we go. Wasn't that satisfying?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then there's a gorgeous scene now where they escape into space.
Yeah.
Wow, look
that's
at
Star
that.
Wars. That's Star Wars.
Look at that, and then that. Just that the Falcon leaving a planet in orbit.
Yeah. Star Wars.
Magic. Talking over each other. Don't do that, you're talking over the other guy's line.
He's gonna get you home.
I love it, mate. I love it.
Got a lot of emotion in that puppet as well.
Why do you think Rey is so powerful?
I don't know your name.
She's not been trained.
I don't know, mate. And I really don't want to even think about it. I just take it on the chin.
It's niggled me. Because if they don't answer it, it's going to annoy me.
They fucking will answer it, mate. I really don't know. I think she's the Force personified. She's some kind of... She's some sort of holy... what do you call it? Like, where Jesus was conceived. Divine intervention, conception thing,
What, like Anakin Skywalker was?
No, not like him, because that's not going to be canon anymore, because they're going to remake the prequels if I have my way. What is that guy in, the young officer talking to Kylo Ren?
I don't know.
Because he looks so familiar, and he looks so like a face off British television or something. I love that. I absolutely love the way... there's a great gag here where he turns it off. Great. Yeah, anything else? I got a great laugh.
Why is he so sulky and...
He's fucking writhing with anger. Love it. Oh man, imagine if Han and Leia did have a daughter, but Kylo killed her.
What, before all of this?
Yeah, before all this.
Well, there's no way that they'd take him back under their wing or take him home as they want to. No way.
Yeah, maybe.
You'd be an outcast.
Yeah. That could be the reason why they broke up, Leia and Han.
Well, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
They broke up because he went
to the dark side, but I don't know. I always assume they're having loads of kids. I always imagine them having those kids.
I want to know.
This humour here is a bit kind of... It's a bit much. You know what I mean?
I'm a bit surprised. I like the thumbs up.
No, I don't mind that, but it's just the kind of him being a bit of a dodgy idiot, and she's telling him, no, look where I'm pointing, no. Like, you wouldn't get that in the original films. No way at all would you get a script like that.
No.
But, oh God, here we go then. So this is the part of the film which I think really lags the next, 15 minutes or so. the next 15 minutes or so, and then it just, the various gangs suddenly appear from nowhere. There's the great big roly-poly monsters, and
it was
until they get to Takodana, I really don't care about the rest of the film. Sorry, the next portion of the film. What about you? Don't mind it? This would be the point in the cinema where, when I went to see the film, I went to see it 7 times in total, so after the first showing, this is the point where I always went, right, gotta go toilet now, have a wee and stuff. What about you?
I remember thinking at this point, it's the First Order, they've been captured. And then I started to think, hang on, this is Han.
Because we've seen the trailer,
yeah.
Chewie were home, it's too... You sort of know it's going to happen, don't you?
So, and I remember feeling disappointed that Han didn't have the Falcon in the first place. I felt a little bit robbed from it.
Yeah.
Han Solo is the Falcon, and vice versa. And he was that stupid to
lose it. They got the masks on from the Empire Strikes Back.
Junkyard? Thank you. I told you we should double check the western reaches. Who had it? Okay.
I stole it.
I think this bit's important because they're trying to do the premise. So they bring the map up of Luke Skywalker and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah. I'm just talking about the bit when they get off the ship in a moment.
You're Han Solo.
It's a bit silly, that bit.
Yeah.
Han Solo, the rebellion general?
No, the smuggler.
Wasn't he a war hero?
This is a ship that made
I love how it's all confused. Like the rebellion general, the smuggler. He's got different legend.
They are the thing of myths.
Yeah. I think it's 30 years.
He must be a really wanted man by the First Order. Because, he's he's a war criminal to them.
Yeah, of course.
He's a rebellion general. He's basically notorious. They want Skywalker. They may as well fucking try and get hold of... You want Skywalker, you find Han Solo, you torture him.
Yeah.
Make Skywalker come back.
No, we need your help. My help? This droid has to get to the Resistance base.
I was thinking about that because I remember Luke on Dagobah.
This bit, that. Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I knew Luke.
I knew him.
I loved this bit. I got to admit, this bit is great because he's standing in that exact same point where Obi-Wan was in A New Hope, saying, "I don't believe in any of that."
Yeah. It's lovely.
Cosmic nonsense.
Well, he says it later, doesn't he? He says it's all true. This bit, I wish they'd cut this completely. The whole Death Gang shit, the Raftars. This film is 20 minutes too long. What the fuck is this sequence doing here? They could have come up with another reason why they had to leave. Just leave. Maybe they could just leave that ship floating there. They don't have to. They can just park the ship in space.
We were saying this earlier on a guest pod. We did a show on the guest podcast John mentioned earlier, but we were saying he's leaving behind all of his belongings. He's probably got
his whole life is on that ship with Chewie. All his cargo. Well, maybe pictures of his family. I don't know, but basically this cargo is his livelihood, and he just abandons it.
That's how much.
I guess he owes money to these two gangs, but this whole scene feels pointless to me. It's there to introduce the idea that Han Solo is a bit of a con man. Yeah, as if we didn't fucking know that. He's back to his old tricks, as if we didn't know that.
Yeah.
They could have simply said, "Okay, I'll help you. I'll take you to Maskanata, whatever." And they leave the big ship there, and they'll say, "It'll be fine here. We'll go straight back. We'll be gone, and we'll dump you off, and that's it." And then they could continue the story from there.
I don't like this whole thing, like you say. It reminds me of Red Dwarf.
And you know what's really annoying about this sequence, for me personally, something I cannot really overlook? Two things, actually.
Go on.
One, Han Solo, Harrison Ford, cannot run very well now. He's not as mobile as he used to be, and he sort of runs like he shat himself. He does this kind of slow running with his legs, like he's trying to get on a horse or something. Which, okay, fair enough, but maybe don't make the guy run around, because he's great when he's standing still and pointing at things and shooting. So the other thing that's annoying is he uses Chewbacca's bowcaster, presumably for the first time ever.
That's a bit
and he's
weird,
like,
isn't it?
I like this thing. Look at this. It's quite
60
cool.
60 years he's been hanging out with Chewie. And he's
fucking hell, man. Yeah, he's never fucking thought to use his bowcaster before, or gone, hey, how heavy is that thing? I'm going to feel this thing, it's fucking ridiculous. I think it was just, where that came from. I reckon that JJ, as a kid, probably liked to give Han Solo the bowcaster now and again, the little action figures.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you can mix everything up, can't you, and do it different ways. And it does feel like J.J. Abrams has got all the toys out, and he's just playing with the toys. He's playing with the toys and doing what he wants, like Tarantino does in his films, like Inglourious Bastards.
So he just said the line, "I've got a bad feeling about this."
Yeah, sorry, I talked over it.
It doesn't matter. I feel like I said this a minute ago. I just feel like this whole set feels like a cheap BBC. It feels like Red Dwarf. Production. Yeah, it does feel like Red Dwarf on the Robot Wars set. Yeah, that's it, exactly. It's the Robot Wars set.
I'm expecting Craig Charles any second to go. Sir Killalot's coming down on there. Who's going to make pickaxe? Here comes Roadblock. Oh, on Robot Wars we talk like this, and that's how they sort of talk like Jeremy Clarkson. Give him a round of applause.
It is a bit Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, but God, it does look like a Doctor Who set or something, doesn't it?
I'm not sure why.
God, I'd love to do a fan edit of this. Just completely trim this sequence, but there's no way of getting the.
Right.
I remember someone telling me they took their daughter to see this film, and it was a bit too intense. This scene for her.
How old?
She was 28 years old though, but no, she was only like 5 or 6 or something. But apart from that, she loved it.
Mate.
She's a bit scared of Kylo Ren, but I think she was more, worried for the characters. And that's great. You really do care for the characters in this, though, don't you? Yeah. Unlike the prequels. Sorry to keep comparing it to the prequels, but really...
Well, there's character development already.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. Yeah. And yet the characters are still mysterious in lots of ways.
Yeah.
I really hope we get to retain that. I don't... When will everybody accept that not everybody needs a fucking backstory?
Yeah.
I don't watch Die Hard and go, I can't possibly understand this because I don't know what John McClane was like when he was at school.
John McClane, I said.
John McClane.
So I've got a theory about Chewbacca getting shot.
Yeah.
I think he gets shot because Peter Mayhew couldn't run around the film.
Well,
so it was an excuse for him
getting
to
old
sit
and
there.
whatever. But then again, right, Han Solo, a door fucking slammed shut on his leg, didn't it? And you'd think they would have given him the opportunity to sit down or something.
They put the
CGI his legs on.
No, they stopped filming for 2 months, didn't they, with him?
Oh yeah, they did. They worked around it.
And everyone was panicking, going, "Oh no, the film's not going to be completed."
Do you reckon they did the confrontation scene between him and Ben, after all that?
Well, Adam Driver famously kept himself to himself. Didn't talk to any of the.
Which means a method actor.
Yeah,
doesn't really.
He didn't want to talk to him. He didn't want to get any relationship with them. So when they were acting together, it just felt like he hated them.
Okay, cool.
I love how she's telling him what to do. She's uber confident, mate. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, she's pretty good. How does she know so much? I guess she spends her life picking ships apart. She kind of knows how them back to front.
Ins and outs of ships.
She was so young when she got dropped off that planet.
It's basically a big Death Star again.
Yeah, that's a very weak.
I was a little bit disappointed.
I was massively disappointed when I fucking realised there was a big Death Star.
It's not impressive, the core of a planet. That would have taken years to have like thousands of years.
Did you think that he was like 40 foot tall?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I had no idea.
I didn't think that was a hologram.
Well, I thought it was a hologram, but I thought it was like a life-size hologram.
I didn't think that was a hologram until it faded at the end.
In some shots, he does look very kind of CGI-ish. In others, particularly the part now when he speaks to Kylo alone and blinks and stuff,
he's not
it does look
very
really
well
good.
developed yet.
No.
You know.
Do you remember the extra dialogue in the trailer? It was like, it says something like the darkness and the light.
Yeah.
That wasn't in this.
Not wearing gold in this.
No. Well, if he is,
it
though,
doesn't look like a
black and white.
hologram. It's a very high resolution hologram if it is. But it is.
Yeah.
He's old, isn't he? I wonder whether he's like sort of regenerates himself over and over again.
Does he say Master of the Knights of Ren
Yeah.
or Last of the Knights of Ren?
Master.
They won't be in the new film, I don't think. I haven't seen any toys or anything. I think they're gone. Or they're saving them for third.
At this point, the Falcon is like in bits.
Yeah,
It's
falling
like,
apart.
It's just.
It's always fucking falling apart. The hyperdrive never works.
But it just feels like everything's going wrong with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Even the sponge seats being ripped.
What do you think of the humour in this? You happy with it all? Was there any that's
I
a
like
bit,
it. I like it. It's enough humour. It's not silly or cheesy like C-3PO and Attack of the Clones.
Oh god, no slapstick. Yeah, no silliness.
Move ball.
Look how much has happened in this first like 50 minutes compared to say Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Where we've just like got so little going on. The film's going at snail's pace. Everything's dragged out. We've met so many people. We've seen so much already. Huh?
The game. What's the game called?
I don't know. Hollow Chess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They set that up, the models, in exactly the same position as...
Yeah, it was all done with stop motion, the original team that made it.
But it hasn't been turned on since New Hope, is what they're saying. That was what they...
I find that hard to believe, but...
Well, when did they get a chance to play a game? They've been chased by the Empire for the last...
Yeah, but in New Hope, they do finish the game. They don't like just stop playing in the middle of nowhere. There's no... Oh, yes, they do. They come out of hyperspace, don't they? They come out of hyperspace to find Aldron's destroyed. So
here we go. Just gave up. Just gave up on it all.
Okay, he got depressed.
People that know him best think he went looking for the first Jedi temple.
Oh, it's the first one. Right.
So it's the absolute first.
Yeah.
There we go. He's standing exactly where Obi-Wan was.
Yeah.
Crazy thing is,
it's true.
It's true.
All of it. It's all true.
Force, a Jedi.
It's all true.
All of it.
I just... that gives me tingles even now, mate.
Oh.
No, I like it.
Oh, you rest. You want my help? You're getting it. I'm gonna see an old friend. She'll get your droid home.
I love these scenes on Maz's castle and the forest, and it's really nice. Great new planet. Lake District, of course. Got Ray hypnotised. It's a bit like Wales there.
That's nice, isn't it?
The amazing thing about the Star Wars universe is all these locations really are real. They really do exist on our world.
Yeah.
All these wonderful places all in one place.
It's funny, isn't it? Like, I was thinking about this the other day. Our world is amazing. There's so much glory in our world, and yet people fantasize about these different
universe. There's enough here to sort of satisfy you. Yeah.
What I like
Have you seen the memes about that, the new movie?
No.
Did you just call me Solo referring to the title of the new film?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Like, he's offended at that choice of title for the film.
Always figure out the truth.
Always.
Always.
It's true. I was going to say, what I liked about that scene when they flew into the planet is she bothers to say, I've never seen so much green in the whole universe.
Yeah.
If it was George Lucas behind the camera, wouldn't have even bothered mentioning it.
No,
He would
exactly.
have just expected the character to just be.
Oh,
Cool.
Another day, another planet type thing. Yeah.
The fact that she ran out of the Falcon to just take it all in as well.
Yeah. Not quite the same reaction when Luke left Tatooine, was it?
I think Han Solo.
What was George Lucas's reaction to this film? The actual after seeing it.
I think he was a little bit critical, but he loved Rogue One.
Did he really? Oh, right.
Just bring you back to something there.
Yeah.
He asked her what her name was.
Yeah.
She says Ray, and then he looks at her funny and he goes, I'm thinking about bringing on some new crew. I think he knows who she is after finding out her name.
Why didn't he say anything to her earlier when he lifted up the floor then?
Well, because it was all kicking off and he was surprised that the Falcon was back in his hands. And
I don't think he knows who she is. I don't want to know who she is, really. I mean, they will answer it, but I don't really care.
That's not CGI. I think that's amazing.
Real, that is a real puppet, but you can't see the man operating it.
Amazing. Like, if you pause that, you've got Anakin's flag.
Yeah.
You've got the 501st Stormtrooper flag in there as well.
Yeah.
Anakin's flag from the pod race in Episode 1.
Yeah.
And you had Boba Fett's Mandalorian flag as well. Different person doing the music for this scene.
Yeah, I've forgotten who it was. Someone in the... I did know who it was.
It was a jazz artist, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Might be the guy from like Super Furry Animals or something like that as well. Could be. Someone like that.
I love it, man. I love all these characters. They're so funny.
Now, she's a CGI character.
Yeah.
Why? Couldn't they have done that with a mask? With a rubbery mask, rubbery head? There are people who are that size.
You could argue that they did it well with Frank Oz and Yoda. Why couldn't they do it with her?
Look at them, they're sort of her size.
Not sure.
Loads of masks here and puppetry. It's very
Most
well
of
done.
it's puppet.
Yes. Look at that guy. He's got a little old-fashioned microphone for a mouth.
Alert the resistance. I didn't realise that. I always thought he said tell the first order.
He's the
she
informer.
Says,
yeah. She's the traitor.
I wondered how the resistance knew they were there, and then I watched it back and saw that the droid.
Yeah, look at that. You can see right through the fucking thing. Resurgence. It's a weird scene, this one.
It's weird that Luke would have never told him that Vader turned back to the light and was Anakin Skywalker. So he's really struggling to
hold on to the darkness.
Yeah.
He wants to move to the dark side.
But he says, "Show me again," which infers that Vader has presented himself.
It must be an illusion by Snoke, I reckon. That might be explained later.
I love that.
Yeah. Although, it's... How the fuck did he get his hands on that?
Oh, mate, but it's
burnt out mask of Darth Vader.
He could have gone to Vader's castle. You never know.
Mate, he got burnt on
Mate, Vader didn't have one helmet.
True.
He must have had loads of them.
Yeah, true.
You've been running away from this fight for too Go home.
What's she saying there? It wasn't subtitled.
No, it wasn't subtitled. I think it's all right they do that. Little bits of alien language without any subtitle. You don't need to know.
Against the dark side. Through the ages, I've seen evil take many forms.
What's she got in her hand?
The Sith.
It's a bit of fruit.
Today, it is the first order. Their shadows
The Sith and the Empire. The Sith get a mention in this.
Yeah, that's the
They
first
do
time
actually
in
get
the
a-
non-prequel era that they actually get named.
This is the first order. Not one we can win. Look around. There's no chance we haven't been recognized already. I bet you the first order is underway right. What's this? What are you doing?
I don't really get what she's looking into his eyes for.
Solo, what is she doing? Very good.
If you live long enough, you see the same eyes in different people.
Sorry, we're kind of just engrossed in the film now.
Yeah, we are a bit. But, this scene is a very kind of, like, obvious nod back to Cantina. I also think Jabba's Palace in lots of ways as well. And it's commendable that they were able to do it with such... You see the photo of all the creatures and stuff, the amount of people in costume. Some of them are really basic. It's just like a rubber mask in one fixed expression. But because you only see those characters for a split second or two, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
They really made these living environments which you could act in and become the character you're supposed to be portraying in.
Back to your base.
What's the point of Maz? What do you think she's in it for?
What do you think she's in it for?
Yeah.
Because she has connections to the Resistance.
Okay, but
So
she's
she
also got the
provides them-
lightsaber.
What?
She's also got the lightsaber.
Yes, well...
And she's 1,000 years old, so she's got... she's older than Yoda, mate.
1,000 years, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
She has the lightsaber, but I have no idea how she gets her hands on that, and that will never be explained, I don't think. It won't explain it. Let some book explain it.
I think the lightsaber thing will be explained. Maz is in The Last Jedi.
Yes, I know.
So
I don't know at what point or where, because she...
Well, reason is, I think she will explain the lightsaber thing. I
But
reckon
who
she'll
to?
Luke.
Who's she going to have to explain it to? Just start talking to herself? Because there's so much going on. Ray has gone to see Luke.
I reckon she'll be on Canto.
Finn is going to be like...
Right.
Really? On there? I think she'll be on the big spaceships with everyone else, like with the Rebel fleet, the Resistance fleet. But I don't know.
You looked at me like no one ever had. I was ashamed of what I was.
He's got quite sad eyes, hasn't he, Finn?
Yeah. I like him. He's a good actor, John Boyega.
Yeah, people just said they dismissed him, saying he was shouting. Do you remember all the horrific uproar when?
Oh, the racist.
Oh
stuff.
my god!
Yeah,
When they first saw that trailer and they were like, "Stormtroopers can't be black." It's like, what the fuck? It's ridiculous. A lot of people were sort of saying, "I'm not being racist," but they're all like clones of one person. It's like, well, they're not. You fucking morons. And the Empire's been going for generations, and this is the first order you're talking about. They're all... It can be any race or colour. The only thing is, they're always humans. You never see... You never see like a Bothan or whatever wearing a First Order uniform.
No.
Yeah, so it's very misleading. They're sort of... This reminds me of Jabba's Palace, the steps here and everything.
She can hear herself as a child, can't she?
Yeah,
That's
she
what
can.
leads her down the stairs.
Yeah, that's right. So there are a bit more deleted scenes here, and
So BB-8 come down the stairs there. That's
Look at
CGI.
that.
That's CGI.
that's got to be, yeah, because they wouldn't be able to. He'd just go tumbling straight down it, wouldn't he?
Let's talk this vision out. So this is the first time, apart from Revenge of the Sith, that we see a Force vision.
Yeah, that's correct.
And I think Revenge of the Sith gave license for them to be able to do this in the film.
Well,
Kathleen
I love
Kennedy
the idea
said
of being transported to different times, and like it's like a trip, and it all just changes morphs from place to place to place.
I just think it's mental how that lightsaber, Anakin's lightsaber's in that little chest down the bottom of that castle.
Yeah.
And she's just getting called to it.
Yeah. Really cool.
I wasn't expecting it to be in there when I first saw it.
It's not like there was magic or anything like that. It's her touching it that has some sort of like, in her brain, she has some sort of psychic link with it. Or everything that's happened before.
So we go back to Empire Strikes Back here, Cloud City. So that's the Cloud City corridor.
Yeah. Surrounds us and binds us. So that's the next movie, I reckon.
That's Yoda.
No, that's not Yoda, mate. That's Luke.
No, saying it.
Yes, sorry.
Surrounds us and binds us.
I don't know if it's in the future or the past. It's very confusing.
Ewan McGregor recorded lines for this, mate.
Yeah.
Listen. Run, Ray, run.
Ray? But it was basically... Let's be here.
So, but
it was another. It was something else. No, it wasn't. It was Alec Guinness. They took a word he said and literally cut it short, so it said Ray.
They said run, Ray, run. That's Alex Guinness for that bit. But Ewan McGregor actually recorded dialogue for this.
Well, all you hear Ewan McGregor say, all you hear Obi-Wan say in that scene is Ray.
Yeah.
And it's literally a part of some dialogue from the original films. They've cut it to make it sound like he's saying her name. Only because they probably could. I can't remember what word it would be. I guess if you look at all his dialogue, you spot it, right?
See the hand there where she takes Maz's hand?
Yeah.
Remember everyone saying that was Leia taking the hand of...
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
No, because she passes the lightsaber over. That's
right, yeah.
You never see that. You never see that in this film.
There's got to be so much footage. That's just not...
Well, there was reshoots and things. Have you seen the deleted scenes for this? Kylo Ren on board the...
on the Falcon,
and Han and everybody in the palace down here.
We should do a commentary on deleted scenes. We just do every film in one commentary, deleted scenes.
Yeah, we could do. There's quite a lot when you add them all together. Though. Yeah. Actually, no, let's not do the prequels, please, because they're bad enough as they are. Not let alone the deleted scenes.
Yeah,
and they're all just things like, here's an extended scene of the diner scene from episode 2, in which Dax puts his finger into his own anus and then smells it, and then goes, "Here, Obi-Wan, here's my smelly shit finger." And George's like, "We were going to put this in, I really tried to fight for it, but then the film was already 2.5 hours full of shit, and I didn't want to put 30 more seconds of shit in."
Yeah.
So she doesn't want to face up to responsibility.
Where's she going? She's just running aimlessly. She's running aimlessly into the woods.
Yeah. That's true.
This is a good shot. I'm sure you can see...
It's quite CGI-ish here, though.
But I'm sure you can see AT-AT walkers.
You can, but they're not AT-ATs. They're like kind of... They're there. They're sort of like guns on sticks. Guns on legs.
Yeah.
It's quite strange. The loathsome resistance. He's so fucking swatty, isn't he?
Mm.
Your haircut is too long. You put attention. Private school
What
twat.
I like, right? You see that massive flag in the background?
Yeah.
The First Order symbol, logo, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
There's someone that works for the First Order that has to design that and put that through to print.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
The same with the Resistance, though. They've all got this logo on them, which is basically the Rebellion logo. Where have the Resistance got the Rebellion logo, anyway?
I remember seeing that in the trailer and thinking, goodness me, what is that? This is a bit over the top.
But I think we saw a poster before we saw the trailer, and then on the poster there's a great big bloody Death Star thing. Like, not another Death Star, no. I remember being quite upset by that. What's Kylo Ren doing on there? Why isn't he on the planet?
I think he's divorcing himself from the responsibility of doing it.
Yeah. It's a bit of a far-fetched weapon, gotta say.
You can say that about the Death Star, mate.
No, this is a intergalactic gun which really splits out like a firework.
I really like the idea that you can
specific planets.
Well, it shoots a system out. I like this scene that you're on the planet and seeing it getting destroyed. It's kind of what Old Ran would have seen.
She was a character in a cutscene.
She?
So she gets sent to that planet by Princess Leia. And she has to basically convince the Republic.
I like the idea that you can see the planets being destroyed from
the ground.
Castle. It's great in daytime.
Well, yeah, I suppose if one of the planets in our solar system blew up,
you'd see it.
We probably would see a small little fire in the sky.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be amazing, but it would be
very amazing.
Scary.
We'd probably be quite worried about the impending debris that's about to come all over us in the next 10 years or so. Just a shower of rocks. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it, Jude? Do you remember when a nuclear bomb went off in 1945 in Hiroshima? Do you remember all those people got a whole city was wiped off the map? And it was amazing, wasn't it? It was amazing.
But I know that no one lives on Jupiter, but
that's a great shot.
TIE fighters in silhouetted against the sun.
I had a feeling that's recycled in The Last Jedi. I don't know why. Why did I see that and think The Last Jedi?
He recognises it because he used it once.
Yeah. But then Han Solo might think they all look the same, so wouldn't he?
No, because Luke's one in Return of the Jedi is different.
Yeah, but does Han know that they're all very deeply personal weapons and they're like made by specific people?
I think he recognises it.
I hate the way it knocks over Maz's statue. Bye. So this is one of the playable levels.
I don't like Kylo Ren's ship.
I like it. It doesn't really expand its wings enough for me. Her gun face is great. I love the way she just misses it as well.
Yeah.
Like this is the Force sensing it, and she just ducks out the side slightly without really thinking. She's better at shooting stormtroopers than I am. She's a natural, man.
It'd be great to do paintball as like stormtroopers.
They did that on the Star Wars show this week.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Really cool. So they're doing it as characters from Battlefront.
I'm so glad they made the change at the end of this film.
You're so glad they did what?
Made a change at the end of this film. BB-8 was supposed to go to Act 2 to find Luke.
Oh, right.
But actually, Rian Johnson was like, he phoned JJ up. He said, this doesn't make sense. JJ goes, what do you mean? He goes, well, BB-8's Poe's droid.
Yeah.
He's not just going to go with Rey.
No.
And he went, oh yeah, good point. Swap him for R2.
Yeah.
This is that scene you were talking about earlier.
Oh, I like this gun. Because he used it earlier. Because he used it earlier to get Chewie out of the...
Well, I always assumed he could never...
Hey, who was that that just got shot by the stormtrooper? Guy wearing a black coat. Who the fuck was that? It's been one of her guests at the castle.
I always just assumed that he couldn't use the bowcaster because it was just too powerful.
Now this is interesting. So what is the point of that device then? It's some sort of... Some sort of energy wand or whatever.
If you lose your blaster, you've got something you can fight with.
I guess it's incredibly powerful. If it beats you, it breaks all your bones or something.
I know in the original concept for Star Wars that these stormtroopers all had some sort of...
laser sword type things. Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's a throwback to that.
They actually looked a lot closer to the First Order design than they do to the original design in their artwork.
Yeah, okay, big deal. I love that. This scene coming up with the resistance coming's great. I've got to say, talking about this on this commentary, I'm more excited about talking about it than I was for Attack of the Clones.
Well, bloody well hope so, mate. I mean, like, this is a way more entertaining film. It's made with love and care. And here we go, Poe Dameron's Black X-Wing. Yay. black one. It's his big black one.
Beautiful seeing that against the sun.
Yeah, floating across the sea, just flying slightly above the water and skimming it. This is great now. The aerial fight here is triumphant.
Nice to see some aerial fights.
Look at this shot. Wow.
Outside of space.
Flying through the fire.
Yeah.
Wall blows up. Everyone goes flying.
It's great, isn't it?
It's really exciting, fun. This felt triumphant in the cinema.
I like it how he follows Poe's X-Wing, Finn, and he's like, that's one hell of a pilot.
He's a pretty good shot, isn't he?
For a stormtrooper.
Yeah, I think
it's got to be the helmets. They can't see very well. Get a real sense of how good Poe is in that X-Wing.
Yeah, you do. He's very good. It takes me ages to shoot anything down in Battlefront. I'm like tailing it for about a minute. Yeah. Oh, finally, after missing loads of times, I finally hit him.
In the comic, Poe's
only 100 more hot hits to go, huh?
And Poe's parents fought in the Battle of Endor.
They did. Yeah, they did. They conceived him in the bloody Ewok village. No, they did. They have sex in the Ewok village. His mum and dad are A-wing pilots, aren't they?
There he is.
That's the new version. I like the yup nub.
I remember with the.
This is great. I love the way he's just like kind of stalking her. It's great.
So what's
you can freeze people with the Force. That's fucking new. Cool.
What's your feeling on this whole red crossbow lightsaber? And why isn't it perfect? What do you think it is?
Well, when you look at it, the lightsaber looks like it's been like hurriedly assembled, and it's got like kind of bits missing on it and wires exposed. Okay, it's as though it's as though he doesn't have the patience to do something properly.
Yeah,
and he doesn't really care that it's broken. I like the cross guard thing, although it doesn't really have any point.
Well, it does later on. Yeah, Finn out. But
true.
I think it's silly that Finn even stands a chance, even though Ren's injured. I think it's stupid that Finn even manages to get a couple of blocks in.
Yeah. I wonder if that'll ever be explained, the cross guard thing. I wish it would be.
My fear.
I've only just got 30 years of missing the history there.
Well, no, I think the Last Jedi is all about going back.
Look at Harrison Ford's face there.
It's great acting.
What a shot! Just you realise that is it because you think he's looking because it's you know it's the sun, right? Yeah, you know it's the sun.
Mate, I've got to say, after we've come off the back of watching Attack of the Clones, and we watched straight into this. Attack of the Clones makes this film brilliant.
Well, this film is pretty fucking good as far as Star Wars films go. But it just goes to show how much of a better job Disney did than George Lucas did when it comes to those prequels.
Yeah. My theory on the crossguard lightsaber is all about being ancient.
Yeah, so I got the feeling it's old and forbidden or something like that. Or
I think it's Snoke's. I think Snoke's given it to him. I think Snoke's thousands of years old.
All right.
And I think he's given it to him.
He doesn't look old. The saber doesn't look old. It looks like very First Order-y, but I don't know.
We'll see. There we go, Carrie Fisher. I don't like C-3PO in this film.
No, not
pointless. Completely pointless, and he can see his suit's rubber.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's made of metal at all.
And the red arm is totally pointless. At the end of this film, he hasn't got a red arm, it's gold.
It was done just for a little joke, I think.
It was done to sell another character. They know that people are going to, we need to get C-3PO with a red arm, just so that, it's just... People are mad.
Yeah. Leia does look quite different.
Gives him a hug here. I'll tell you what, when Han dies at the end of the film, guess who walks right past her? Chewie.
Yeah.
Doesn't care, mate.
She does look quite different. I mean, it's not just age, it's like...
Well, you know.
She sounds different. She's kind of got this kind of thing
that's
going
years
on.
of smoking, mate.
Yeah, true. She's very pouty as well. I think she had her lips done and whatever. She does look quite different. And her whole act is different. She used to be much more... I don't know.
We're going to go visit this place, right?
Yeah, we are. So this was actually filmed near Newbury, an RAF silo, which is subsequently abandoned. It was there from the Cold War days. And you could... Obviously, these hills and mountains aren't really there. It's just completely flat wasteland. But it's a very popular spot for dog walkers. And, without very much trouble, you can get in there. It's fenced off, I believe, but nothing a pair of wire clippers won't fix. Or a hole in the fence somewhere, I'm sure. But it would be great to pop down and actually wander around the place. Yeah. And if we don't do it soon, I think we'll regret it.
I loved it. It's a good scene between these two guys.
Yeah, but I just wish we had more of an explanation about where he's been.
He kind of just said there he woke up middle of the night, so I guess he ejected and...
How the fuck did he get off? In the book it says he found a passing local and got a lift and...
Right. There you go. There's Billy
There's her
Laws.
daughter in the background.
I'm sorry. Finn's familiar with the weapon that started housing his system. He worked on the base. We're desperate for anything you can tell us. That's where my friend
In sanitation.
And I will do everything I can to help. But first, you need to tell us all you know.
Tell us everything you know about the big worm thing in the trash compactor. This is cute, this scene.
You must be so brave.
First time you ever see 3PO using his fingers. And Chewie.
No, he holds the...
Oh, right,
Probably.
okay. So that's dexterity, though. Like, being able to bend his fingers.
Ah, right, yeah.
It's just not it's just not shiny. You can tell it's a rubber suit.
Yeah. It would be nice. It would have been nice to have Han Solo and C-3PO have more of a kind of bickering thing. Because then he really doesn't like C-3PO, and he's always covering his mouth up and telling him to shut up.
Yeah.
And it would be great if they had still had that level of mutual
Don't like
disrespect.
This scene. No need for this scene.
Yeah.
R2-D2's having a sulk because Luke Skywalker left him.
Yeah.
Which is essentially what's happening.
Very silly, that one. Don't really understand why he's done that. What do you think of this little scene between Leia and Han?
It needed to happen.
They had to have the explanation about what happened, but it's very obscure still.
I still feel upset that they split up.
That's why I wanted him to train with Luke.
I don't like the idea that they split up.
Sent him away, that's why I lost him. Oh, what, sent him away to the Jedi Academy?
We both had to deal with it in our own way. I went back to the only thing I was ever any good at.
Well, we know Kylo Ren burnt the Jedi Academy down. You see that in the flashback.
We lost our son.
See that in the trailers.
No, it was Snoke.
That doesn't make any sense, that line. He goes, we lost our son. And she goes, no, it was Snoke. So what, Snoke lost their son? We lost it. She's saying we lost our son, not our responsibility. He says something that doesn't really tie in with what she replies with. It's like they cut something.
Well, what I think she means is, no, Snoke deliberately took him away from us. We didn't lose him, he was taken.
What if Snoke was one of their allies or something? Sounds like somebody infiltrated, got in there, shook up shit, stirred things up. I was like, where the fuck is this? And I realised, of course, it must be at the Starkiller base.
It's kind of a bit...
I forgot they took her there. Comfortable?
Does a Starkiller base travel in hyperspace? Must
No, I think it just stays still. Because it can shoot anywhere from anywhere, can't it? I don't know, mate. Maybe it can. It looks like it's got a big engine in it or something.
That happens when you're being hunted by a creature in a mask.
First time we see Adam Driver. There we go.
It kind of looks like a weird prince, like a Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves character or
It does.
something. I'm an exceptional thief. Why has he got a weird ashtray in the interrogation room?
Don't know, mate. I just
What the fuck could that be for? Hot coals?
dries his sweat out.
Maybe it's like a sauna. You know the sauna where you pour the...
Yeah.
you have like hot coals burning. It's quite a strange looking man, isn't he? Adam Driver.
He does, doesn't he?
He's got loads of like pimples and not moles and things, but he's also got like very, very weird sticky out ears.
But Harrison Ford's got a big nose.
He does actually look like a kind of weird Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher crossover. I guess it's quite appropriate, really. Maybe he went to the dark side because he's so strange looking. Everyone says like everybody makes fun of the way I look. I hate the way he says that. I can take anything I want. That was I didn't like that. I thought it was too rapey.
It felt a bit rapey.
Yeah, it sounded a bit like sexual.
Get out of my head.
It's like, help me with this big hairy thing.
It's in there. And now you'll give it to me.
Mate, this
give it to the
okay.
first
So
order.
look, she's starting to fight back.
Yep.
And I get that. I really get that. I get that she's having a bit of a fight in her head. She knows that she doesn't want him to be in her head, so she can push him back with the Force.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't like is when she calls the stormtrooper, who is Daniel Craig,
Yes.
over, and then says, "You will release me, and you will drop your weapon." Like,
Why didn't she just do that to Uncle Plot then instead?
Yeah, like
You
how
will
did
give
she
me this for
suddenly
12
know-
portions.
Well, I guess the clue's in the title of this film, The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
The Force is awakening inside her.
Yep. Unless it's saying she is the Force. Personified.
She's in his head now.
Yeah.
She's suddenly in his head.
That you will never be as strong as Darth Vader.
How do you see that though? Unless you hear him.
She's scared. He's scared of her.
Yeah. That's why he needs to take that mask off for that scene, because without that,
Than she knows.
And the droid.
Ren believed it was no longer valuable to us.
he looks annoyed
All we needed
that he's just been grasped on.
has most likely been returned to the hands of the enemy.
Yeah, he's a snitch, Hugs.
Yeah, he's
No one
such a
likes him.
fucking
He's
grass.
a little snitch.
We have their location.
Snoke's scared of Skywalker, isn't he?
Who is?
Snoke.
Yeah.
But now he's suddenly realised that this girl is like powerful. She can
Way more appealing to him than yeah.
Just need your guidance.
What you say.
I don't think there's a mutual thing. It's like he talks to Kylo Ren with a deal of respect at the beginning. He says something like, even you, the Master of Knights of Ren, have never felt such a
Well, I think the
test.
premise for the next film, mate.
Yeah, is that kind of like obviously what will probably happen is he will realise that
And leave this
Kylo Ren will realise that he's no longer
Needed or
number
wanted.
one son and will have to
Go back grovelling to Luke.
yeah, exactly, yeah, kind of.
I reckon
He's going to go after Rey, and then he's going to be thinking, where does this leave me? I'm going to be obsolete soon.
I reckon at the end of Last Jedi, that scene where he holds his hand out and everything is talking
That won't be
about.
at the end. I don't know.
reckon he's talking to Luke.
I don't even want to speculate it, mate, because the problem is you read all these online stuff.
I don't.
You fucking well do.
Honestly,
You're all over forums and
I haven't
stuff.
got time,
and I do. I just don't want to know, because I know a lot of stuff on there might be true. And I don't want to fucking know.
I don't read forums at all.
Okay. Well, you read a lot of Instagram. You always know what's going on more than I do. Way more than me.
It's the coolest stormtrooper going, mate.
Daniel Craig Stormtrooper. Yeah. And I'll
the
drop
way he
my
swags
gun.
off.
Drop your weapon.
Do you think it was Daniel Craig playing the Stormtrooper or just voicing? I think playing. Because you wouldn't want to do it unless you could be in the costume, you know. It's like, oh, I get to be a Stormtrooper. Great.
You suddenly realise how powerful she is.
Where's the ash table gone?
And he's wearing his mask, so he
Then that's good use of humour in this, I think. Oh, loving the lens flare.
The reason I think it has to
Yeah, I'm not sure
go
about
in
this.
hyperspace
You
because
sucking
it has to keep
power
going
off
to
the sun.
suns to take the energy.
Yeah, I know, but it just looks a bit wacky. I don't know.
Yeah, but this is what makes me laugh.
Wouldn't that have a massive catastrophic effect on the actual environment and the planet? Because it's like a ice planet.
Yeah, but we're sitting there going all the Force and like lightsabers and blasters and Death Star and stuff. Yeah. But we can't accept this. People complain. It's like
I'm
it's
just
not
thinking
real.
if you brought that much intense fire and heat onto it near an ice planet, would it not just melt all the ice?
Mate, it's not real. It's not real.
Okay.
Oh, Neil Num.
Yeah. Is it 9 Num? There's one called 10 Num as well. Did you know that?
9 Num.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
There's one called. Well, there's one called 10 Num. So maybe
Neil Num. 9
Not kidding.
Yeah.
Not kidding. He's in loads of things, isn't he? The thermal oscillator guy. Fucking hell, how long does it take them to stand around before someone suggests, why don't we blow it up? It's like, come on, this bit writes itself.
I like Akbar's in it.
Yeah.
I love that.
His weird outfit, though, doesn't really suit him.
I can do it. I like this guy. I can disable the shields, but I have to be there on the planet. We'll get you there.
It annoys you that he doesn't actually know what he's doing. And when he gets on the planet, I was like, I wanted to slap him in the face.
I like it. I think that was a good bit of humour. That's
I've come to get my friend back. It's like, you fucking idiot. You're not going to get off this place alive unless you...
He's thinking with his heart.
Yeah, maybe.
With his heart.
So the original 9 Num was actually just a puppet. It was just a little puppet. You put your hand up his arse and make his mouth open and close, and then human hands, and that was basically it. There was no legs or anything.
Yeah.
So, but here they've actually had to make it into a prosthetic head that can be worn by an actor. It does look pretty big, and it's a bit different. The colour is all different compared to. Well, one knows where the fuck's Lando Calrissian and what's he up to. But hopefully, if he is in The Last Jedi, we'll find out then.
I hope he's not. I don't think he's needed.
Really, I'd like to see him again, but I really hope it's not something stupid like he's Poe's father. What? Because there's only 2 black people in the entire fucking universe.
Look, we know Canto Bright's gonna be
Casino World, and I think
owns
Casino.
the casino.
Yeah, I reckon. I will not be surprised if Billy D. Williams pops up in the new movie, but I will be pleased.
He owns I'm the owner here.
Because he sounds exactly like Lando. If you ever hear him do voice work, he sounds exactly like Lando. Hopefully he's still got the kind of smooth...
Lando Calrissian.
I'm the administrator of this facility. Look at that, no handrails or anything. They haven't learned anything, have they?
No, they haven't.
The sets here are beautiful.
Yeah.
I remember they really used these a lot on a lot of advertising as well.
It does. It feels like looking at those troopers running.
They're closed sets. They haven't got any lights above them or studio lights or removable walls.
It feels like they're on the original Death Star.
Oh, yeah.
We're making our landing approach at light speed. Chewie, get ready.
This is really reckless what they do here.
Straight into a
It's like, fucking hell, really? Would that really work? I don't think the Falcon's that agile to be able to turn that quickly. I was so worried that they were going to smash the Falcon to bits here. And I was really worried. Like, I don't want them to smash the Falcon to bits. I don't want the Falcon to blow up and be destroyed. It's the Falcon. I think if they hurt the Falcon, I'll be really sad. I wasn't upset when Han Solo got killed.
You weren't?
No, not at all.
I kind of
Not at all.
I expected it going into the film.
Yeah,
well,
he's supposed to get killed off in Empire. He wanted to. He wanted to get killed off in Jedi as well. Didn't get his way. I knew he was going to get killed off.
Han Solo.
He's the guy. Harrison Ford is very, very rich, and he's not getting any younger. He doesn't really like doing conventions and things like that, and he doesn't really like.
What's he doing?
He's a bit grumpy. He doesn't want to be doing this forever. I just wish that they had done more with him and Luke together. That would have been cool, but we didn't get to have that.
I love that little sanitation.
Yeah.
That's not how the Force works. Oh, really, you're cold?
There's a bit later on, I point out, where Chewie hands the coat back to Solo, and it's just, it feels like Solo's back. So Han Solo takes his coat off,
Right.
they get back in the lift to leave, and Chewie gives Han the coat,
Right.
and he just looks at Chewie like that, and it's just like that. He throws the coat in the lift.
Yeah.
It's such a Han Solo. It
Yeah.
plays Han Solo so perfectly. Total disappointment. Phasma.
Oh, Phasma, yeah. I'm in charge. I'm in charge.
I'm in charge.
She's really tall, isn't she, Gwendolyn Christie?
massive.
I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I've seen a couple of episodes. Fucking hell, she's tall.
She's big. I don't know, mate. I just think they better have a good reason for her in this new film.
They will. They'll put her to good use. She was very underused in the last one. I think everyone got so excited that, oh, there's a female stormtrooper, and she looks really silvery and cool, like a knight.
Another reason just to sell more toys, mate. And this is going to be the same.
Yeah,
with the
maybe.
Porgs.
I
At
thought
least with the
everybody
Porgs-
thought she was going to be like the new Boba Fett, and she was fucking nothing. But then Boba Fett didn't do very much in Empire. He just the reason why he Boba Fett was so cool is because he steals Han Solo and gets away, doesn't he? He's fully armed. He's very clever, and he's witty. He's clever how he's cunning how he catches them and tracks them to Bespin. Great character, but she's got nothing on him.
If this works, we're not gonna have a lot of time to find Rey.
See those stormtroopers laying on the floor?
Yeah,
They killed him. Why don't they just kill Phasma?
I'd like to shoot her now, but they, I guess they're good guys. They don't do that. You know what? Cassian Andor would. Straight in the head, without a doubt. Done your job, dead. Then he's like really militant.
Oh, I don't think. Yeah, I was going to say Star Wars doesn't really kill anyone if they're having a conversation, but then Vader killed Obi-Wan.
Yeah, but then Obi-Wan surrenders. He puts his lightsaber up as in a kind of sacrificial way.
I don't like the. Well, I do like it. I don't really. It just feels a bit weird
What?
that the Scottish guy in it going, "Good luck, pal." Do you know what I mean? It's like.
So you're happy with American accents in space?
Yeah, but
and
no. It's
English
like
accents
having
in
a Cockney
space.
bloke going, "Go on, mate. Go on, son. Splay
There's
it
loads
up."
of those in Rogue One. Loads of Cockney people.
There's
isn't
no
there?
Cockney people in there.
There are
Going,
a couple.
Go
I
on,
swear.
geezer. Blow it up. You wouldn't have that.
No, I swear to God, there's a couple of people who've got.
That's-
Yeah, they are. They're building a big gun. It's a planet killer. It's a planet killer. At the beginning,
Oh yeah.
there are
yeah,
Cockneys
you're right,
in.
you're right.
Yeah, so I guess they can have Scottish people as well.
We love.
We had
Scottish
some. We had some Scotch pancakes earlier. One of
people. Yeah, we're not racist.
one of Scotland's main exports. That
That's it.
heroin,
And haggis.
haggis, toffee,
brew.
Highland toffee. Yeah. Hey, big shout out to all our Scottish fans. When we get big enough, we'll come and do a show in Edinburgh for the Fringe. How about that? 5 consecutive nights at the Fringe or something like that.
Live.
Blah Wars live, free to come.
Feel free to pop a $5 in a box.
Oh, yeah, exactly. At the end, you pass around the hat. I hate all this chin shit. What do you mean? Why are you doing that? Trying to think of a plan. That's not really. Doesn't really work for me. But on the whole, Christ, this film's a big improvement.
I don't know, man. I think that's what they would have done in the 70s, just a chin.
No, they would not have done that. That kind of humour didn't exist in the 70s. That sort of bromance humour. That I hate that word. It makes me feel sick saying it, but bromance is like people don't like the idea of. Yeah. It's what homophobes say to sort of like deflect from any insinuation that they might be slightly gay or something like that, you know.
Clearly insecure.
Bromance. But yeah, JJ does that a lot in the new Star Trek films. Just like little sort of silly humour like that. It doesn't really fit here. Passing him the coat and the way he looks at him. It's cute. Don't forget your coat. It's been there the whole time. The coat's just been laying on the floor. Everyone's been walking past it.
It's a real... It's a real dark, cloudy sort of fire.
Yeah, it's like Manchester. Obviously very reminiscent of the Death Star sequence here, I think, especially with the trench scenes, which you see soon. And them, meanwhile, standing around a command centre. Yeah. The parallels are fucking obvious. I can see why people complained. At the time, I remember watching this thinking at the time, God, it's very much like the old Star Wars film, but not exactly, but it has got a lot of similarity.
Yeah. He takes a
But now Han Solo's the new Obi-Wan, in that he kind of, you see that? You see they were running away from a speeder there? As they ran in the door, there was a car thing in the background. So a whole sequence got deleted where they get in that and they race over there and they're being chased by the First Order.
Right.
But I guess I'd rather have seen that than seen the bloody Rathtar thing.
Yeah. Squid balls.
Tentacle bollock things.
I'll go down below, detonator. We'll meet back here.
It's intense, this scene.
Yeah. Starts getting a bit sort of sweaty hands here. You can sort of sense an atmosphere of
Chewie
doom.
Just being running around and climbing things. Look, you never see Chewie's fingers do
No,
anything.
you don't. No.
It's the first time you see
and then
him.
later on, you see him like trigger this little.
Just
if you look on the wall there was like a kind of, you see those like slants with the walls are all sort of slanting. I think that's a redressed set. I think that's actually the hangar from earlier on with the TIE fighters.
I think it looks good there.
Redressed, yeah.
Kylo Ren without his cloak. Looks weird.
Yes, he does. And his new costume's a bit like this. He hasn't got the neck thing anymore. He hasn't got like the kind of cowl going up to his chin. That's all been removed. So he does look a bit different now in the new costume.
That deleted scene, this is why they know they're there, because they've chased them, right?
Because they've found the Falcon.
Got you.
Yeah. Han Solo. Well, he says Han Solo, then he finds the Falcon, goes on board. There's like a kind of moment where he's sort of reminiscing in the cockpit, and then he storms off.
I was waiting for. I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I totally did. Yeah, I just sensed as soon as they ran in there and started putting those detonators on, I just felt a sense of dread in the stomach. Like I don't really want to. Han Solo is going to die in this film at some point. This is obviously where it happens.
You don't want.
Yeah.
The son to kill the father.
Now, can we talk about the theory here? Because I presented you with this theory and you were really impressed with it. But it's not my idea by any means. It's something I read. But here, Ben, when you heard that, it was like hairs on the back. Yeah. It just makes you think of Obi-Wan, and it's great.
It's Chewie I feel sorry for. Chewie has to sit there and watch it.
So what we think is going on here is it's Han Solo. This theory is it's Han Solo that presses the lightsaber on. Okay, we have to watch really closely to make sure this is actually the case.
I'm not sure it does.
Basically, Kylo Ren says, I know what I need to do, as in kill you, but I don't know if I can do it. Will you help me? And he goes, anything. But then this weird darkness kind of comes over him. The light goes out, and then like, all the colour, love comes out of his eyes, and then he goes, just turns lightsaber on. So the fans are saying, look, it's Han Solo that turns lightsaber on. He basically does the act so his son doesn't have to. But it's up to you.
It's
You're
a real
watching this
intense
too.
moment.
So
There's no music.
yep.
It's just the wind.
He's gone. He was weak and foolish like his father. So I destroyed him.
He talks really weirdly, doesn't he? His dialogue.
I think he's deliberately doing it quite robotically to show no emotion.
Oh yeah, maybe that's possibly it.
The Supreme Leader is
He calls him Han Solo full name.
He talks a bit like Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
gets what he wants, he'll crush you.
Yeah, he will. He will get what he wants and crush you. See, family is a really big deal in Star Wars. So where is the family in the next film?
Yeah. He's tempted to go with him, isn't he?
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That's not Kylo Ren putting on a face. That's actually him being really tempted to go back.
That's Ben. There's a little
Yeah,
glimpse of
Ben.
That is Ben.
Yeah, that is.
I want to be free of this pain.
There's conflict there.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Will you help me?
Will you help me? Yes, anything.
First, get his gun out and say, right, put your lightsaber down, chuck it down there.
That gun's going to do nothing, mate.
Yeah, not against Kylo Ren.
So he gets the lightsaber out.
Has a good look at it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
For ages.
So he's looking at... So he hands it out, both hands.
Yep, the blade is pointing away.
So then he takes the blade. So Solo's got the blade, one hand.
He's actually got his hand on the button that releases it and everything.
Solo has.
Solo has, yeah. Because Kylo Ren's hands are open. Look at the...
Right, so
okay. Now his fists are closed round it. Okay. No, it is Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren turns it on.
Pushes it.
Yeah. He's doing it there.
There's no way Kylo Ren can come back from the dark side. There's no way. He killed his dad.
You know what I like? I like that they didn't change the colour of his eyes, but I love this bit now where Han reaches his hand out, strokes his son's face.
He wins by doing that.
Yeah, he wins, totally.
I'll be honest, I sat in the cinema with a couple of tears.
Really?
Yeah.
Wasn't moved to tears at all by this film, or by Rogue One. But by Blade Runner
like
2049, there was a scene in there that got me crying.
Really?
Yeah, filled my eyes with tears, yeah.
Mate, I'll tell you what.
Yay. Chewie shoots him there because Chewie still has feelings for Ben. Doesn't want to kill him, yeah? Right, it's a fucking shit show. There we go. Blow everything up.
How Kylo survives the explosions on that bridge.
Fucking hell, look at the size of the explosions. Yeah! How come that bridge hasn't collapsed? Kylo's so strong with the Force he can probably fucking levitate himself.
He looks like... Do you know who reminds me of Snape from Harry Potter with a lightsaber?
He reminds me of...
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman from from Harry Potter, but also from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. He's got the enormous sword and he dresses in black. But he hasn't got the kind of like rude, silly humour, you know. Oh, this bit was wonderful because we all saw the trailer where he's walking through the snow.
There so quickly.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
That trailer was great.
We're not done yet.
See, the dialogue now is more natural.
It's just us now. Han Solo can't save you.
So he's punching his wound to make himself more angry, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. Ooh. Wow. Did he just throw his weapon away?
Yeah, well, he knew he knows it's pointless. Throws his...
He doesn't like being called traitor. It's like when Marty McFly gets called a chicken.
Yeah.
That was great.
calls me traitor.
Belongs to me. My grandpapa's. Fucking hell! Look at the aggression here. Stick that
I just don't,
in your prequel anus.
I just don't think Finn should be able to have any chance.
He doesn't, but it's kind of. I think Finn is force sensitive. I think he instinct. I love this bit where he burns into Finn's shoulder.
I'd say the training done it.
Bloody hell, that must.
Mate, if it was me doing it, I would have just gone.
Oh,
Finn gets taken out straight away.
Yeah. I'd like to see a couple of trees collapsing as well.
He shouldn't be able to get a knock on him.
Oh,
right up the spine.
I thought he'd been cut in two, and see that. Just walk over there and pick it up, you lazy bastard.
So struggling. It's very Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, of course.
Straight
that bit
past.
was like hairs on the back of the neck
Now, she's
in the
powerful,
cinema here.
like, beyond belief.
Yeah. Because this was really well kept secret that she could actually use a lightsaber and all this kind of stuff. Look at his face.
He's worried.
Yeah.
She can do stuff.
Yeah. He does overpower her though, he's really strong. Oh, there you go, trees do fall down. So this was all shot indoors in this wonderful set where they had paintings of trees on the walls and they had all these fake trees hanging up and sort of buried into the snow. It's a beautiful closed hidden set. And it looks like an outdoor set, doesn't it? It looks so genuine, so authentic. Great thing about that is, of course, you don't have to light it. If you just shoot everything indoors, you don't have to worry about spotlights
everywhere, whatever, you know.
Yeah, and this bit, hello,
A
New Hope.
We've seen this before. Trench run.
It's a bit too much, isn't it? A bit on the nose.
But it's better than Attack of the Clones.
It's like Police Academy, people going like, oh, it's the same fucking jokes. It's the same fucking film.
Good luck, pal.
Good luck, pal. Get out of here. I'll see you in the sequel.
It's always 30 seconds.
Yeah, you always fucking get away as well. Planet's about to fucking blow up. Everybody manages to escape.
What they should have done is taken a risk, but with this film, the First Order wins and destroys the planet.
What? The First Order win?
Win, yeah, in the first film, just for a risk.
And everybody escapes?
You can't do
Yeah,
that.
that'd be cool. That would have been cool. Bit different. Yeah, the plot on
So
this was a
Game
bit
of Thrones,
safe.
everyone
I've
dies.
got to say, bit safe.
Nice explosion, that.
Everybody's worried it's going to be a Empire Strikes Back remake coming next week, but
I don't think it
I
will.
don't think it is. But I am slightly concerned about Return of the Jedi. Not Return of the Jedi, but the next,
But this isn't
the final
like A New
chapter.
Hope. There was none of this at the end of A New Hope. Lightsaber
No, of
battle.
course not. Of course not. But it does. Maybe JJ is very aware of the criticism, and he won't do that mistake again. Larry Kasdan isn't writing the third one with him, so it's going to be written and directed by.
Did Ryan Johnson write?
Yes, he's written The Last
Solely.
Jedi as well as directed it.
Yeah.
I wish they'd just given him the third film as well. Unless he has something else to
Well,
do.
he's going to be doing the trilogy.
Yeah, but not immediately.
Yeah,
He won't be
of course he
starting
will.
that right away.
He's
Will
got
he?
to come up with a whole concept. Mate.
Maybe they said to him, do you want to do the trilogy or do you want to do the next final film?
Yeah, he said, "Oh, I want to be in a job for 10 years, please, so I'll do the trilogy." But he can't just sit down and start writing. He's got to come up with a concept.
Yeah.
I can show you the ways of the Force.
Now that's interesting.
You need a teacher.
I can show you the ways of the Force. If Luke's not around in the next film and he does turn back to the light, that could be quite an interesting premise. But then again, I don't think she does need a teacher because she seems to be a natural at
She's already
everything.
better than him.
I love when she opens her eyes again, like so calm, and she just comes back with this power. She's actually using the dark side here.
Yeah, she's using anger.
Totally
isn't she?
using anger here. Because look at her, she's like at the end, she's a bit like Luke after he takes Vader down. She's like,
she's taking his leg out. She's
he's
taking
bad.
his shoulder out.
Yep.
Kylo doesn't come away well
In the
here,
book,
mate.
in the book, mate, she hears a voice saying, "Finish him, finish him."
Really?
Yeah, it's Snoke, man. She's hearing Snoke in the book. I swear to God, I haven't misread that or misheard it, because I've read the book and listened to the audiobook. This bit's
such
wonderful.
a great fight. It's the best lightsaber battle.
Don't miss this. What?
Did she just destroy his lightsaber? It just went out.
She did. Yeah, I think she did damage it. Look at that gash.
Look at that gash. Massive earthquake.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude there. Why am I apologising? We're the rudest fucking Star Wars podcast out there. Fanny hair. Big balls. This guy's a bit of a... yeah.
Sorry for swearing.
Let's go! I want to be in the sequel. I'm getting out.
Yeah. You want to be in the sequel or not?
I would not have run in there to have a conversation with a hologram. I'd just do it on my fucking little...
Yeah, mobile.
Mobile, yeah. Or on a TV screen somewhere else. Preferably in the shuttle. I don't know how they find Kylo Ren, rescue him, bring him back and escape in the remaining time. Because it literally has maybe 2 minutes of... This planet has 2 minutes left to live. Unless this, of course, takes 15 minutes or so. Seems like a long old time. Wouldn't they see her as well? It's like, she's over there. The scavenger's over there. Ah, Chewie's carrying it in. It would be cool if we can see his see Finn topless and see his scars and damage.
Yeah.
Whether or not they've actually been able to repair all that with the Bacta and stuff.
He's got eyes on him.
Huh?
So that implodes.
Yeah, so what? That wasn't very long, was it?
This planet becomes a new star now, right? Because it's just full of the sun.
Well, it's actually kind of a planet that's been... I don't know, really.
It's full
a
of the
planet
sun's energy, so I'm guessing it's a new sun.
That's right. Something like that does happen. That looks like a fucking enormous explosion. Devastating. I like the way it does that rather than explodes.
Yeah.
It actually just kind of just bursts. Crumbles apart like a big marshmallow ball. Tonic's tea cake. Chocolate layer comes off. Yeah, this is weird.
I just don't like how Chewie
just strugglingly walks past Leia, having lost his best. Actually, no, he might be
hugging her now. No, he just walks
yeah,
past her.
it's true.
Can't even be bothered, mate.
True. Yeah, it's a real big goof
Banger.
there. Massive goof. Also, what the hell's going on here?
I think they know who she is. I think she knows who she is. Leia knows who Rey is, mate.
I don't know. That doesn't make any fucking sense, that scene, at all. Unless their minds have connected in the Force or something. Well, we'll find out in the next film. Maybe Princess Leia's lines will say something about I could
Do you think it's going to start with this
girl.
planet?
I knew she was out there. All that kind of stuff. Oh, there you go. Chewie's probably mourning now. Oh, now you decide to turn back on R2-D2.
Just randomly.
Oh. How long have I slept? 30 fucking years. You've come back right at the end of the film. Turns out you had a bit of a map inside you all along. We couldn't get it out otherwise.
What do you mean the Death Star plans that you stole had a map of the galaxy in there?
The whole time. Later. I'll tell you later.
Yeah, I'm going to go have a snooze.
This is a bit of Lego.
Is he still? He's Luke's droid. He's still Luke's droid. So I assume when he goes to Act 2, he'll just get given.
Yeah,
to
he
Luke.
belongs to Luke, right? He actually belongs to Luke.
It is Luke. Dear my dear friend, how I miss you.
So I assume he's like that at the beginning of the film. They
Yeah.
escape and he wakes up in space.
Yeah. No, they can't, because he takes part in the battle, the invasion flight thing. So
Really?
yeah, you see him flying in one of those kind of
Yeah,
speeder
but that's
things.
not this planet, mate.
This is.
Is it?
Look, I'm always sure it is. It's an invasion on the rebel base.
I would have said that takes part at the end of the film.
I'm not sure. I don't know then, because the Empire know where not the Empire. The Resistance know where the Resistance. The First Order know where the Resistance are. They already know that. You know, they got the information. They're about to destroy them, and they thankfully got blown up. So.
You think it's weird that Chewie's the co-pilot?
No. Why would he? Why would that be weird?
Because,
He is. They said he liked her.
mate, if Han Solo had a will and he was going to die, he'd definitely leave the Falcon to Chewie. Definitely.
Yeah, but she's as good a pilot as Han, and Chewie likes to be the co-pilot. He likes that. That's his seat.
I think it's his ship, mate. It's got to be his ship.
Chewie's ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a Porg's flying it in the next one. Beautiful.
Yeah, this shot was really
Through the clouds.
such a great place to end, because I just wanted to see more. I didn't care that it had been nearly 2.5 hours. I just wanted more of this beautiful island, and
Leaves you on a bit of a...
God, I was just so thrilled after the end of this. Although my brother saw it with me, I remember on one occasion, and he said I loved it apart from that final shot.
Your
Didn't
brother
like
doesn't
the-
understand things.
Didn't like the aerial shot. I don't like the aerial shot. It would have been much better closing on a shot of Mark Hamill's face. Starfield, you know. Rather than the
I
shot
kind
of him
feel it
and
needed
hit.
to be
Because they're just
done.
standing there with her arm out, not saying anything for ages. It looks a bit daft. Better if he's
It
about to
does look a little
speak
bit
and
daft,
it just
but-
closes.
If she was walking up to him or something, but I think you need that aerial shot to just establish that they're totally on their own on this island, maybe.
Yeah.
And there's no tech, it's lo-fi. I mean, you get a lot of that from these scenes as she's walking up the Jedi steps.
Yeah. Get a little glance here of huts, and there's a little stool there and some
Yeah.
utensils for eating.
Okay.
God, what a fucking scene. Wow. This was proper hair moment, wasn't it? Hair race moment.
Yeah.
It's like, finally, it's Luke Skywalker.
It was great to see him.
Oh, God, yeah.
Great to see him at the
He
cinema.
looks so good with grey hair and long grey beard and...
In his hand.
And all the skin has been lost over the years. And...
It's great, mate.
What else has she got in that bag? Pants.
I don't think he takes the lightsaber because there's a shot in the TV spots where she's using a
Yeah, but
stick.
he handles it, so we'll see that. It
Oh,
must be
yeah, of
really
course, yeah.
linked up. Probably be a flashback.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, the next time we see these two characters will be in a week's time, mate.
Oh, guys,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us for the
Yeah.
Force Awakens commentary. We'd love to know what you thought, and you can let us know on Instagram or Twitter, just right underneath the post for this episode. Oh man, and of course next week is the biggest week in Blah Wars' history. On Thursday, the 14th.
Sad, isn't it?
What?
It's going to be amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, Thursday the 14th, we're going to be seeing The Last Jedi. And we're then running away and recording an episode, and we're going to put it out that afternoon. So do look out for it. It's going to be... Obviously, don't listen to it if you don't want the film spoiled. But as soon as you've seen Star Wars, it's the one to actually download and listen to. It'll be fun. We might even record some extra stuff, like... we might even talk to people in the crowd, like in the queues, and... Just get a feel for what's going on. Yeah, it's going to be so much stuff to talk about.
We're going to capture a piece of time on that day. It's going to be a little bit of audio history. You'll be able to join in with us and then get the build the excitement up for you going to see the film yourself.
Like we try and release an episode every kind of Monday, Sunday, or Tuesday. But obviously next week there will be a bit of a wait because the film's out on Thursday. So, but keep your eyes on our Instagram. We're going to try and keep you guys posted with any. Well, this is the thing. I'm now at a point where I want to actually turn off all social media and just wait for this film to come now. I'd be quite happy. So
I can take responsibility for all of that.
Yeah, I just don't want you to be disappointed, Jude, if you
it's fine.
discover something really.
I won't. I'm not going to dig too deep. I'm just going to keep.
It's very easy to have things spoiled for you nowadays, especially on social media where videos start playing automatically.
Let me say that I'll be very light touch and I'll be very vigilant. But look, after the Last Jedi, we've got a Christmas special coming your way.
Yes, we have.
Look out for that as well. And,
it's going to be fun. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. We will be exchanging presents, and we have got some great, funny stuff to dig out to show you.
Yeah.
And we've got great plans for the new year, but we'll tell you more about that at Christmas time.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can have that present with your... That can be your stocking filler. The Blah Wars stocking filler special.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So thanks very much, guys. You're always telling us great things about the show. Keep it coming in. Keep on sharing it. I've been John Galantini.
I've been Jude Gay.
May the Force be with you, especially next week. And thanks so much for listening. Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye.
Mental.